Oh, all right. We are live
Yay!
on CornWarriors Facebook page. Yeehaw!
Hi, everybody.
Hi, friends. So we just what's coming up next today on the Luepkes farm. We thought we'd show you what we are cutting. Maybe the word cutting gives us a clue into what we're doing here.
It should. So
we're not picking anymore, and we're not chopping.
We're not chopping. We came and found Daniel cutting a patch of soybeans. So very dusty, dry soybeans.
Very dusty and dry.
Which you'll see as soon as the drone goes up in the air.
So what's that in your hand? Are those edamame beans?
Yeah, they're far cry from edamame beans, yes. But we had a terribly dry August, and these beans show it. They're not very impressive. This is just a regular field of soybeans, not especially taken care of, pushed, definitely not a competition field or anything.
Yeah, they look definitely pretty dry at this point.
Yes, yes. The beans are very small, which is typical of a dry August. They're very, very small. You were eating them earlier, so...
I did. I had a little snack.
Were they chewy?
They were pretty chewy, with a slightly moist moment.
Very, very small. Very small.
Very small.
But typical, like I said, of a dry August. So there's a few guys cutting beans. These are an earlier maturing bean, and they were planted early. So there's a few growers There are a few growers cutting beans, getting them over with, because this isn't our favorite thing to do.
Right. We'd rather be picking corn.
Everybody wants to pick corn.
And we were just hearing from Dan that he said maybe 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
That is
no black
exciting.
layer yet, though.
No, we have a couple hundred growing degree units to go before we get to black layer.
Okay, so soon enough.
Yes.
Soon enough. So for now, he's just trying to cut down, I think, the beans in this field. Let's just give you a little quick taste what we're looking at.
At the dust, you mean?
Oh, yes, at the dustiness.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, there he is.
So this is a small field that actually own this field. It's probably will be houses someday, but it's in between a bowling alley and some houses, as you can tell. So this is just a small field that he rotates 50-50. Next year it'll be... Oh, look at the deer! Look at the deer!
Oh my gosh, let's go get them. They're running right through the field.
Right through the cornfield, right into town. They better run fast because, well, he's going to catch them.
Otherwise he's going to catch them.
Oh, that's a mama and a baby.
Look at those little deers. Would you look at that?
They come right out of that.
Yeah, they started making a run for it.
Oh, now they're going to stop right in front of the combine. That's
oh, no.
Oh, there they go.
Keep going, good friends. Keep going.
Well, that was a nice little show for everybody.
That's right. It's a little treat. Just another day at the Luepkes farms.
For sure.
Yeah, these deer are, I don't know, do they eat the beans?
I think they came out of that cornfield across the road.
Ah, so they're just taking a shortcut home.
Passing through. Except for they ran right towards town.
Just passing through. Yeah, these deer like to snack on all the delicious Luepkes cornfields.
Yes.
And then they had to hightail, no pun intended.
Aren't you funny?
They had to hightail their way back home. And we'll see you later, friends. So, yeah.
Did they make it?
They did. They made it safely through the dust.
Yeah.
They avoided getting chopped up by the soybean head. So, yeah. Just another action-packed day here on CornWarriors. You get to see some corn, you get to see some beans, you get to see some chopping, and you get to see a little frolicking wildlife.
For sure.
So before our Bambi friends frolic through the field, you were saying, what's he going to plant here next year?
This will be corn next year.
Okay, this will be corn next year. Okay. Yes. That's good to know. So, as far as the beans go, is he pretty happy with what he's seen here? What's the moisture levels looking like?
These are pretty dry, actually, about 13%. They're just average beans, which, I mean, that's what we were expecting, just average yields after the weather that we've had. So,
okay.
He did not have his hopes up. These are definitely not Matt Miles soybeans.
Right. Well, you can't really tell from standing out here. Sometimes I look at these fields, and again, I'm very new to soybeans. Our new show, The Podfather, which is going to be airing in January, has kind of been my first venture into the whole soybean world. I mean, I've spent the last few years with CornWarriors looking at corn.
Yes.
And it's amazing. I'll walk up to a field and I'll think, boy, this soy field looks amazing, and the farmer will say, oh, we're going to burn that. That's awful. And then I look at another field and I think, oh boy, that's not looking too hot, and the farmer will say, oh, that's my contest field. So
So in other words, you're not a very good judge at yield on soybeans.
I'm not. It's really hard for me to tell what's going to be good and what's not. So
well, a lot of the yield comes from the size of the soybeans, and of course how many pods there are on the soybean plants and branches and et cetera, but these beans being so little and tiny, it takes a lot of little tiny beans to make a bushel of soybeans, as the mosquitoes are landing on you.
Yeah, you'd be surprised to see. It's a beautiful sunny day out, but those skeeters, I mean, they're just happy to be out and about having a taste as well. So
actually, these mosquitoes are nothing compared to the mosquitoes they have in Arkansas.
Oh, so Matt Miles is fighting. They're almost like birds. They'll pick you up and take you away.
Yes, we went and visited Matt and Sherry, and the mosquitoes liked our northern blood.
That's right. The sweet blood up here up north.
Yeah, they were vicious. So I don't complain about mosquitoes any longer, because now I know what it could be like.
That's right. So this patch right here is pretty small. You can hear Dan's really close to us now at this point. And he's probably, about halfway done with this little patch right here?
Yeah, he's pretty close.
I'm gonna come back. Let's show another look at those pods there. I think some of our fans want to see how those pods are looking. Feel free to
now I have some,
ask any questions if you've got for Dan or Melissa about this field here.
I got some tiny little beans in my hand.
You got some tiny little beans. Let's take a look at those. Give those a toss at the camera. Hello, beans! Making it rain.
Yeah.
Make it rain soy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can tell. What are these pretty consistent 3-bean and 4-bean?
Just 3, yeah.
4-bean pods.
Yeah.
Here, let me take this here for a moment. Let's just hold this right up here. You can take a look at those beans. Pretty good. I mean, obviously Dan's not trying for high yield here, but
no, it's not. It's just an average farm, just with regular practices, not really pushed.
Well, I hear of some of those farmers who are pretty much just putting in soy to kind of put in soybeans to try and get some nutrients back into the ground. And gosh, they don't even care about the yield if it does anything.
Well, actually, soybeans are worth quite a bit of money this fall. They're actually pretty good, doing well on the market.
Well, that's good.
You can take a look at that.
So it's reason enough to make sure you've got some beans in the ground.
So beans they're normally a lower input crop, and so it's nice to have a lower input crop every once in a while, because corn is a higher cost input crop. So
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they can save a little money when you plant soybeans. Yeah. Or you could spend a lot if you want to do the contest beans, but it's just all about
It definitely seems like we've seen a trend that a lot of farmers are now starting to put a little more attention into their bean fields to try and get some higher yields, and that must be because, like you said, the prices are
they're near $10 a bushel. Yes, they're near $10 a bushel.
Wow. Let's take another look here at Dan coming right past us. He's coming real close. He's running this combine here with power and authority.
He's lucky he's in there where there's no dust.
Right. So compared to the chopper that we were seeing run earlier, which I think that Kloss Jaguar was running, gosh, you said maybe 10, 12 miles an hour.
Right.
How fast does Dan usually run in this combine at?
Probably about 5 or 6, I would say, because these beans are not that good. So
okay.
If the stems were green, he'd have to slow down, but these are nice and dry, and so he can pretty well cut them easy.
Okay.
Mac Don head.
Yeah, that's nice. That Mac Don head you said he's got running on there. Let's take a look at that guy there. Yeah, that's a...
Can you see through the dust?
Yeah, barely. There's a lot of dust there. But that's a bean-eating machine right there is what that is.
Yes, it is. So yeah, no, you cannot drive as fast cutting beans or picking corn as that chopper was going today. That chopper was going pretty fast.
Yeah, and I guess he's not trying to shell anything off. He's literally just trying to chew up that corn in the chopper.
Right.
And
Correct.
spit it out the back, whereas here we're actually trying to separate the beans from the pods.
Yes.
As you can see in the image right there, we've got a nice little hopper full of beans right there. It's looking pretty good.
You can really see how small they are in that view from right there.
Yeah, it's cutting very nicely.
Yes, yes.
Cutting very nicely. It's a beautiful day here. You can see we're just about at sunset. It's a beautiful day out.
There's not much of a breeze, which is why the dust is hanging around.
Yeah. We're out here just what? Are we still in Oregon, or are we just east or north of Oregon?
We are west of Oregon in
West,
the big
okay.
metropolis of Mount Morris.
The
yes.
big metropolis. Take a look at all that metropolitan land out there.
Yes. We're basically almost in town here.
Very nice.
Very outskirts of town.
Fields of green.
That
Luscious.
corn is still green, yes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Look at some of that corn over there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's all corn over there. That's where our deer friends came from.
You can see that we had a little bit dry. You can see some dry patches in some of those fields. There's going to be some dry knobs. But this is pretty decent ground over here.
Yeah. Is this some of Dan's land out here? His corn?
No.
Okay. He's just got beans out here.
Right here are beans.
All right.
I don't know where you're at on the...
Oh,
You're way
look.
up high there.
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is a beautiful area. Really nice.
Oh, it's so pretty over here.
Really nice, lush green lands. Very beautiful. All right, let's come back down and take another look at
He's almost finished.
how Dan's doing. Let's see if we can find him. Well, just follow the dust trail. Just follow the dust trail to see where he's at. Ah, there he is. Okay. So
That's pretty cool. That's a neat view right there.
he's just got a few shots or a few rounds left.
So these are obviously in 30-inch rows. You can tell that from way up above.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I look at the field, it's always hard for me to tell how many rows there are, that's for sure. How about how many acres of beans do you think he has total? I mean, that's obviously a trade secret as well, so we're not going to share. We'll just say he's got a few.
Yeah, he likes to plant corn.
He's got a few. He likes his corn.
He likes to plant corn. He probably plants beans every 3 years.
Wow. By looking at the back of that, you would almost think that it's on fire coming out the back.
It's very dusty.
It's very dusty here today, and it's not that hot. Is it just this field just happens to be very dried out?
Well, it's dried out, yeah, because we didn't have the rain that we needed to keep the beans.
Right.
But beans are dirty.
Yeah.
That's why I think guys like to do corn a little more, because they're just so dusty and so dirty, and breathing all that dust is just kind of a yucky thing.
Right.
So.
Right. So when Dan's ready to start shelling corn, is he going to run into dusty patches like this as well?
The aircraft will go to the home
Is his
point
corn
in 10
pretty dry,
seconds.
and will he
There's
run
going to
into?
be some. There's on the light ground, on the rocky hills and sandy knobs. There's going to be some corn that looks pretty yucky. It's going to be pretty dusty there too.
That's true.
So.
Well, this is always a fun, rare treat getting to see Dan cutting his beans in action.
Daniel in action.
That's right. We're always talking about corn when we're with Dan, and today we got a little taste of his soybeans. So, Tyler Hall's wondering what kind of drone we're flying. Well, we've got a DJI Mavic here, which you can find at your local Best Buy.
Ah, very cool.
It's a nice little family-friendly, easy-to-use drone, but it gets the good shots, that's for sure. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up here for Dan, and we should definitely mention that next Thursday, I believe, 5 p.m., the first episode of Corn Warriors comes out.
That's exciting.
Ecstatic about that.
That's exciting.
Ecstatic about that. And so everybody has to for sure tune in. It's also worth mentioning that we've got merch that you can purchase, t-shirts.
Oh, merchandise, yes, CornWarriors merchandise.
All kinds of good stuff.
Yes, for sure.
All kinds of good stuff. You got to make sure you get yourself some merch. And make sure if you want additional content, we've got Yellow Gold, the Yellow Gold subscription that can give you access to all the good stuff. That beeping there is telling us that our battery is low and it's time to come home. So thanks for joining us today, and like I said, be sure to tune in next week. The first episode, CornWarriors Season 4. Woo! We're so excited for Season 4 of CornWarriors here. We're gonna bring this and land it right here. Season 4, CornWarriors. You gotta make sure that you tune in, because that's gonna be really exciting. And the Yellow Gold that we were talking about can get you the direct access to early episodes, which who doesn't want early episodes, right? So yeah, you can get all the early episodes of CornWarriors and additional access to behind the scenes footage. Who doesn't love a little behind the scenes footage? We love that stuff. That's right. Well, we'll do plenty of funny stuff. We like to have fun here on CornWarriors. We can be funny. We can goof around. I know that the farmers like to goof around. Dan, no, he's business.
Yes.
He's definitely business.
Work mode.
He gets it done. He gets in work mode. But does he like to lay back when he gets home and relax a little?
No. Work mode.
Work mode. Eat, sleep, farm. That's about it. Eat, sleep, farm, and work mode. So yeah, episode 1's going to air. Really excited. RFD TV and a lot of other great content coming. That's going to be 4 p.m. Central. We'll have our RFD